Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 8th. We're just going to jump right in here, Virgo. And in your current general energies, you have the Seven of Swords here. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So, I really feel like you're moving forward here. I feel like I've been getting this energy of you kind of like, it's almost like you're admitting some sort of truth to yourself. That's kind of what I feel with the Seven of Swords. I also get, here's the thing about the Seven of Swords. It can represent lying, cheating, stealing, but we don't even see anything about love in this reading. So, I think for some of you, this is really referring to clearly your finances. And Seven of Swords it's really a card of tactics is what it is. It really has nothing to do with lying, cheating, stealing. Well, I mean, it does have something to do with it, but for the most part, normally on the back of the Seven of Swords, the guy on the Seven of Swords, he is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background of the card. So it's like he's kind of like going to war, but he's doing something tactically. He's doing something, he's trying to get away with something. But this could actually be a good thing. It's not like you're getting away with something in a bad way. It's like you're being tactical. Instead of going straight to war, or instead of charging right into a business, it's like you're being tactical. You're thinking about things. The other thing that I think is interesting is this right here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the Fortune's Wheel right here. Sometimes when I get two cards that are, basically the same, it's almost as if the reading is like zooming in on this one section. It's almost like the reading is trying to, provide more detail on that Wheel of Fortune, which is what I kind of get here for you, Virgo. So, let's dig into it. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune, of course, can represent fortunes turning in your favor, can represent a lot of success and abundance coming in for you, or can kind of represent a turnaround in some way. I see like a big turnaround in your finances. It's kind of funny because, we have this eclipse on the 5th. Some people are considering this eclipse to be kind of difficult or, could bring up difficulties and things like that. I actually don't think it's that bad, and again, I'm saying this if you're watching it before the eclipse, but what I would say is I actually think things are kind of like going to be much better than you expect, or there are going to be like much bigger or better improvements that are going on because of this eclipse. So, I wouldn't like have too many fears or concerns or worries about, things that are going on or, whatever could be going on. It's also funny that I kind of feel like some of you, it's like, again, you could be worried about something financial up until the 5th if you're watching this before May 5th. And then it's like after May 5th, like literally I feel, the 6th, a day later, it's almost as if, maybe you have an idea that could help improve your finances, or, maybe, I'm not saying that I don't really get the feeling of, something saving the day necessarily, but I do get the feeling of you kind of like being like, oh, I know what I need to do now to like fix this financial issue if you are having financial issues. For others, I just see that you want to make more money. I mean, literally, we go from the 8 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, like mastering a craft, and the 10 of Pentacles would be taking that craft to the next level, like really being able to, express something into the world, like a talent, gift, skill, or ability, something that you're working on, something that you're creating, whatever. And we actually see a lot of mastery in your reading. 8 of Pentacles, also the Hierophant as well. Hierophant represents the 3 stages of initiation. He represents initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. And, for a lot of you, I feel like you're kind of like mastering your craft at this time. Next, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, I feel, is a card of progress. We actually see like 3 cards of progress here. You have the Chariot, the Two of Wands right here as well. So it looks to me like you could be progressing very quickly towards something like a goal, wish, or dream, or something that you're, trying to make happen in your life. I really feel, just like, I kind of feel the same thing for Pisces that I feel for you here, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you in work or career are really trying to stand out or get a lot of attention. We even see right here, you have the Star, and the Star is a card of inspiration and inspiring other people. It can also represent like hope, faith, renewal, good things coming in for you. But I feel for a lot of you that you're trying to, maybe take the lead, or you're, trying to figure out how to stand out. You have the Two of Wands, which is, I feel like you always get stuff like this. Two of Wands would represent like taking the lead, and needing to get out into the world, needing to, take some risks. He has to take the risk of leaving the castle that he is standing on top of there, Virgo. So I feel like that could be the risk that some of you need to take, is like getting out into the world or, something like that. So let's see what is going on for you here. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, again, lying, cheating, stealing. But again, I really feel this is asking you to be tactical. It's funny that you have it twice, basically, in this row. So, any like unique ideas that you have in work or business could lead to a lot of success for you. The other thing that I'm trying to spit out here, Virgo, is that if there are ways for you to do something that don't involve going directly to it, that's what I'd be looking at here. And again, I know that's a very general statement, but it's like if there's a way for you to get a job indirectly, if you need a job, now would be the time to do that. People are like, how do I get a job indirectly? Well, it's like maybe you know people, or do you know people, or have you used your connections, right, to get a job instead of like going and applying for a job? Have you ever tried? Have you ever posted on Facebook that you have these skills and that you're looking for a job? And people always say like, oh, that doesn't work. I'm like, well, you're shooting yourself in the foot before it even happens. So it's like I would be looking for indirect opportunities because that's what's popping into my head. With the Three of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is about taking some sort of risk as well. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition, but I kind of feel like you're standing out above the competition. I also feel that the Five of Wands is a card I call Indiana Jones, because to me it represents like going on some sort of crazy adventure to get a reward. So I feel for a lot of you, this is talking about adventuring. We actually see all this right here, even to the Knight of Wands, can represent like going on an adventure, doing something different with your life. With the Two of Wands, you have the Justice card. I feel like this energy of like waiting for things to add up. It's like, I feel like stuck in a holding pattern here with the Justice card. I read intuitively. I know that's not what the Justice card represents, but that's like what I'm getting here is like something about, like waiting for certain things to be met, certain circumstances, or for some of you, I just legitimately feel like you have to wait. It's like maybe you're waiting to finalize like a divorce or a separation so that you can go find love. It's like maybe you just want to make sure that you're healed. So it's like you're kind of like waiting. Same thing with a job. It's like maybe you're ending. I kind of get that feeling of waiting to the end of a contract because you have to, I kind of get that energy here of like, okay, like let's finish this up, right? And so I do get a little bit of that feeling here. I would just finish it up. There's really no good advice, right? Other than to see this through to the end. Next, in the area of what you need to know right now, you have this Fortune's Wheel card. It says luck and right timing. Yeah, normally I tell people don't wait with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands to me can represent waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. But I was getting, there is something about the timing in your reading, especially if you're trying to, especially if you're like in a contract, like I said, or if you're kind of like waiting to see something through to the end or whatever the case may be, there is something here about timing. Like I said, I also feel that the reading, whenever this happens, it's like zooming in to the Wheel of Fortune, so it's giving us more detail. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Damn, Virgo, really good. Definitely some, an achievement or a victory coming in for you at this time. So if you're trying to achieve anything at all, I feel like there could be a lot of success here with the Chariot. Some of you could be like moving or traveling as well. Take it how it resonates, but I really feel you're kind of like setting yourself apart. It's like I said, the Chariot comes up like crazy for the past few months. It's just something I've noticed. And, I really feel it's that Pluto and Aquarius energy trying to get people to set themselves apart, to be different in some way. You have the Eight of Pentacles as well. So Eight of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. I feel like a lot of you are, it's just work hard, but I feel like you need to play hard because I feel like you are very focused on work. But and you go to the Knight of Wands, and so that's why I said that. But I didn't want to talk about that yet. So we'll talk about that in a second here, Virgo. But I feel like for a lot of you, the Eight of Pentacles is saying that you've been trying to master a craft. It's been a long journey. You have this hummingbird here. In the totem meaning of hummingbirds is that they kind of go on a long journey. They have to go on a long migration to get to their nectar, to get to, the sweetness of life. And so I feel like you've been on a very long journey, the journey that you've been on probably your whole entire life. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you're getting to this part of life where you can build and leave a legacy. Another card that comes up a lot nowadays, probably because of Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus has quite a bit to do with building and leaving a legacy. So I feel for a lot of you, you're just looking for long-term situations or solutions in your life, in business and work and career. It could be your love life as well. But I feel like you're kind of looking for things that are more long-term there. Let's see where this is going for you here, Virgo. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Death card. You end with this, I think this card says death. I didn't really look at it. Yes, it does. So there's clearly a transformation going on here. I feel like this transformation, again, we've been talking about this with you for like weeks. There's probably a significant transformation going on in your career or the way that you make money. Even if you are retired, there could still be a significant transformation going on in the way that you make money. It's like you could be starting something on the side. You could be finding out about some sort of investment or something. Like I see, it doesn't really matter what your situation is. There's definitely going to be a change, and it's going to lead to more stability, which is great. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune 3 times in this reading. Damn. Definitely a turnaround in like the way that you work. It's pretty simple. To me, it says like your fortunes are changing in work. I feel like you're getting more recognition, having more achievements. But I also just feel that it's kind of just saying, hey, there's a change in work. With the Chariot, you have the Seven of Pentacles. This is why. I feel like it's just time for a change. I know that sounds boring, Virgo, but Seven of Pentacles, kind of says, is the juice worth the squeeze? Are the things that I've been working on and doing, are they worth it? Does it make sense for me to work this way, or are there better ways for me to work? And I don't know. I can't answer that question for you, but I think the answer is yes. I think there are much better ways probably that you could be working, or there could be much better like projects that you could work on, or whatever the case may be. So I kind of really see that here with the Seven of Pentacles, is that there could be better ways for you to work. And next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this hummingbird. It's almost like it's a little bit unexpected that you're finally getting the results you've been after because it's been a long journey. I don't really feel like this is unexpected as in like some big shocking surprise. I just think that sometimes when we're working towards accomplishing something, it's like until we get there, it just seems like we're never going to get there, right? And so for a lot of you, I get that feeling, Virgo. It's a very specific, simple reading. Again, I kind of feel for a lot of you, you're on this journey, or you've been on a journey for a long time, and it's like you've been working towards a goal, wish, dream, something that you want to achieve with that star card, and it just hasn't been immediately clear how you're going to get there. But now I feel like you're finally getting there, and it's like, oh, I can't believe this journey is over. So for a lot of you, it's almost as if I kind of feel it's a little unexpected in that sense, right? You have the Four Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you've been like hoping, wishing, and praying for things to improve is what I'm getting here on the Four Swords. Or I feel like you've been hoping that things would go in a certain direction in your life. And, I finally feel like they are. I feel like you've been doing a lot of recovery. You've been in a period of recovery. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your May monthly reading as well. It's almost like you've been working through a lot of internal stuff as well. We have the Star card, and you have the Queen of Cups. I mean, I'll show you, like, going this way here. It's like you have personally transformed, It's like I think we can learn everything. We can learn as much as we want about things like money or love, but if we're inside, if we're not there, right? If we're not in that place of earning money, if we have a big money blocks, it doesn't matter how much you learn about it, you're not going to make any more money. So I kind of feel like you've been doing the internal work is really what this Queen of Cups is saying. And that's probably why, again, I don't, I don't want this to sound wrong, what I'm about to say, but it's like we are not living necessarily in a time of luck, but I feel like there is a lot of luck that we could be having. And you might be saying, Chris, you just contradicted yourself. Well, actually, no, is what I would say. It's like, I think that we create our own luck, number one. Number two, it's like I think the luck is coming from preparation, which, that's what luck is in the first place, is just being prepared for luck. But I also feel that we are in a time where we can actually get lucky very, very quickly if our inner world is matching what we want. So, I think that we're in a time where doing the inner work is really all that we have to do to be very successful. And it's like I just see in the future, I think people are worried about things like AI and all that other stuff, but I actually think it'll be easier than ever to make money. It's like when you think about it, there are people who play video games for a living, right? And it's like how would that that have been possible, just like 10 years ago, right? It was barely possible 10 years ago. And well, maybe like 15 years ago, we'll say, right? And so it's like, we're just going to see more stuff like this happening where there are going to be ways to use tools like AI to make money, for example. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. You're going to have to know how to use it, but it's like whatever you do, as long as you're getting that inner world to believe that things can come easily to you, then things will come easily to you, plain and simple. You have the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands says go on the adventure, right? We are in a time of exploration. So, don't be don't be the old man yelling at the sky saying, AI is stealing all the jobs, right? Learn how to use it. Don't be the old man at the sky that is yelling, I'm sick and tired of these young whippersnappers making money with video games. Go take advantage of it. Start an old man yelling at video games channel. There probably is one, right? And whoever he is, probably makes a lot of money. So, it's like now is the opportunity. Now is the opportunity is really kind of like what I'm getting here. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but whatever it is you want to do, I would start moving towards it. Let's see. With the Four of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. Yes, there's like more of this desire, energy. Ace of Wands, there is like it's just a spark, Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot because to me, it's just like that one thing we need to get motivated. It's like that spark of inspiration, that spark of hope sometimes as well, which we actually have a spark of hope. This plus the star. So it's like something is giving you hope or something is motivating you. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you see clearly now. Queen of Swords has very clear vision. She normally only has clouds halfway up her body. So she sees clearly for the first time. And I kind of feel that for you, where it's like you are seeing clearly for the first time about like maybe your future or about why something didn't work out as well. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a side message here is that you could be seeing like why a past relationship didn't work out or something along those lines. But again, this reading is more about you. It's not really about love, I would say. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Hermit, which is you. So like I said, I kind of feel like this whole thing right here is about a big adventure that you could be going on. But again, it could be an adventure to create your video game channel. It could be an adventure to start a public speaking business. It could be an adventure to inspire other people. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. And I would just say it's time to kind of go on that adventure. And I also feel like you're going to be successful much quicker than you think. But it's because, again, it's not because you haven't done the work. There's a big difference between, kind of getting lucky in the sense that you just, kind of happen into success. I feel like this is years in the making because, what I would say right here is all the internal work that you've done. It's like you have done work. And I think it's really important that we don't sell ourselves short, right? It's like, I don't really like when people are like, they talk about their success and they're like, oh, I got lucky. It's like, no, you worked your ass off or you did this. Like, don't sell yourself short. Next, you have this Death card. This is from the Threads of Fate Empyrean Oracle. This deck is awesome. You can see right here, it is animated or holographic. Full disclosure, I have a business relationship with Threads of Fate, but they are launching 3 new decks. There is a link down below if you want to check those out. But I feel like you could be going through just an internal transformation. We even have the Hierophant. You have the Hierophant, 4 cups, and the star. The Hierophant can represent initiation. Like, he is initiating these 2 people in front of him. So I kind of feel like you're being initiated into, like, a higher vibration or something like that. Something you've been working on. You do have the 4 cups. So 4 cups is about needing to see it. It's like, again, I really wish I spent more time to, like, think about my thoughts. Because it's like, I don't know how to verbalize what I want to say here. But it's almost like, I think this is happening to a lot of people, the 4 cups, where it's like, actually, we have really good opportunities to do things we want, but it's like they haven't been created yet. And, it's like it's almost like we have the tools necessary to create something, or we have more tools and we're going to have more tools over the next 20 years that kind of like could make things easier, that could make our dreams easier, or accomplishing our dreams. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think people don't see the potential yet. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. And so I kind of feel that for you here, Virgo. I wish I had a better way of expressing what I'm trying to say here, but it's almost like I feel like you don't see the full potential of something. I don't even feel bad about this. I feel like it's something you're going to discover. Like, I feel it's a good thing. Like, you're going to, if this is a business idea or just, doing something that inspires you. Again, you could be retired. You could not be retired. Doesn't matter. You could just be wanting more inspiration, happiness, joy in your life. And again, it's like the things exist, the tools maybe exist with that Four of Cups, but maybe you just don't see the full potential of those tools. And so I think that's why, I always talk about how now is a time to experiment. I really truly believe that now there has never been a time where it's like more critical to experiment, try new things, try different things, try these tools, try whatever in your business or your relationships, because that's the only way we're going to discover the potential. And it's almost like that's what's going on here. It's like you're discovering some sort of potential that, an idea has or whatever. With the Hierophant, you have the Hierophant. Basically the universe saying I meant what I said. With the Four of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. There could be new love coming in for you, by the way. I kind of feel like you could be giving someone new love as well. It's like you could be expressing your interest in a person. I feel like they seem so slow. Didn't I say this to you recently? It could be like a Capricorn or something like that. It could be a water sign as well. Again, I feel like this person just seems slow to me in my head. Not like slow as in they're slow, but just, they just don't move very quickly. So definitely something to think about. I actually think your first impression is that they're not interested in you. I would be, this person might be distracted is what I would say. So, I kind of get that feeling of like that it's saying like, don't give up on a person too quickly because, they might just be distracted by something that's going on in their life. I don't know, very specific story. So, take it how it resonates. With the Star, you have the Five of Cups. Yes, needing to let go of past disappointments. The Five of Cups is about being grateful for what you have, because when you turn around and see the two cups that are behind you with the Five of Cups, you kind of get that bridge and the castle that are normally on that card. But let's see here. We're going to pull 5 main themes. You have this boat. It says money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. So there you go. There definitely seems, I get that windfall type of vibe from this reading. Again, I'm not saying, I don't want people to think like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery or something like that. It's more, you've done the work for this, is what I'm trying to say. You have the funnel card. It says period of frustration. Didn't we talk about this at the beginning of the reading? I feel like you've been frustrated for a while, or I said something like that about how it's been a long journey. It almost doesn't seem real that things could improve. And again, I think when we're stuck in the journey for too long, that's exactly what happens is we kind of feel like it's just that we're going to be like that forever. But it's like things are changing. You have the Scissors. It says disappointments in some affair. I just feel you've had some disappointments. And, I feel like it's just part of life, right? You have this Older Man card. It says dealings or relationships with an older man. You have this Archway. It says new opportunities. I always clarify these people cards. And you have this card that says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. It could just be you maturing. Again, you have that Hierophant. So, this could be like a mentor or something like that, I feel, especially with having the Hierophant twice. There could be like a mentor, a guide, or someone you look up to, and it could be any gender, but, there could be a person who is kind of, opening up new possibilities for you. And like I said, I actually feel like this person could be any age. They could be younger than you. For others, I kind of feel like this is just you. You could be maturing to a certain point where new opportunities and possibilities are opening up to you because you've learned. And finally, you have this Goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. I feel like both. So I feel like you're finding a lot of success here, Virgo. This reading looks amazing. I feel like it's all about you, which is probably a good thing. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.